it's not exactly the same thing, but scrap metal was that way. There used to be a gazillion little scrap guys, and guys came in and gobbled them up, and they got a lot more money for the scrap later because it was from a dislocated business to a concentrated business. For instance, that's in the grocery stores, right? There used to be a million of them. Now there's 7 people are buying 80% of the produce in the country. It's a reverse engineering idea of what we're talking about, but there's a gazillion. I mean, there used to be a lot more, airlines, right? They consolidated, they reduced their routes. They're getting more money now. I mean, it's the consolidation game basically. In our space, it's going to go from thousands and thousands and thousands of owners to 100 probably. And when that happens, the water deal is going to make that happen. People are getting old. I mean, I think the average farmer in the Central Valley is over 75 years old, average or something. It's a big, high number. And their kids, their kids, a lot of the properties I bought in the last 10, 20 years, the father's dead and the kids are selling to me 24 hours later to get the money. They went to Stanford and now they live in New York. And hey, I can get a new Ferrari for the Matt Ranch. Give it to me. Literally, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's pretty vulgar, really. But so, it's a lot of, there's no direct correlation, I don't think, really, where you could really say, wow, this is exactly the same. But, it's the same story you see everywhere. And the other thing, too, is, you just have a very strange population owning all this stuff the last 50 years. You know what I mean? I just with a guy who farms 1,000 acres for me. His family, he's 4th generation up here. Lives in the same 1,800-foot house he got from his mother 50 years ago. Gets a new truck every 5 years. They go to dinner maybe once a month, someplace nice. Never go anywhere, never do anything. Super happy, right? I mean, his kids are way different than that, though, right? So his kids have other needs and they want more things and they want to do this. So, I mean, they own a couple hundred acres, they farm for us, they have a nice life. But I mean, when he gets too old to do this, that's going to change radically. They're going to sell that land. They're going to stop farming. You know what I mean? And there's a gazillion guys like that. They have 30 acres, 50 acres, 100 acres, 20 acres. That was good enough to raise a family, have a nice home, do what they do, send their kids to college probably. You know what I mean? And now it's just so different, right? So, I mean, it's just a convoluted situation here. In the last 10 years, it's ramping up and it's going to continue to ramp up. And, it's a safe place to go, right? I mean, the land is not going to devalue. It's not going to go up as fast, but it's definitely not going to devalue, right? So institutions look at it. There's nothing but upside and there's very little downside.